I wanted to jump on here for a couple of reasons before Thanksgiving. It's Wednesday afternoon. The first thing is I wanted to tell y'all about the 3 items I got for myself at the Sephora sale and a couple of other things, so stick with me. Hey everyone, it's Melissa talking about the Sephora sale. I got some things for my granddaughters from the Sephora sale, and I think they're going to do an Ulta video, and I might just post a video of everything that I'm getting these 5 girls. They have different interests. Some of them like makeup, some of them like dance, some of them like anime. And anime is real big with a lot of teenage girls and the whole culture that goes with that. And 2 of my granddaughters are just anime experts, so I thought I would talk about that maybe. Because I think it would be helpful for, presents for your grandchildren. But anyway, so I got all that. But the 3 items I got, I am so tickled with, probably about as much as anything I've ever bought during sales, when it was, splurges or stuff that I didn't need to repurchase that I was trying out. These 3 items turned out real well, and I'm pleased with them. But before I do that, the reason I wanted to get this out before Thanksgiving. So we had our Thanksgiving dinner yesterday, and I wanted to tell y'all, take care of your feet. Here's what happened to me. A few days before, I had been shopping at the at the grocery store, shopping at Walmart. We went to a downtown Christmas and walked around and everything. And I was wearing these tennis shoes that I thought, I wonder if they're a little bit too short for me as I was wearing them, but they weren't really painful. And so then, the day before we had our Thanksgiving dinner, I was prepping and cooking. We cooked a lot of things ahead of time, so I was on my feet all day. And then yesterday, thanks for our Thanksgiving, our family Thanksgiving, I was warming things up and serving and doing dishes and cooking and, trying to be a hostess and make people feel good. And then as the day wore on, I thought, boy, my 2 big toes really hurt. Then I started thinking, do I have gout? What is going on? So I sat down and I thought, boy, these toes and the toenails, under the toenails, they look so swollen and everything. And all of a sudden, one of the toenails just kind of burst open. I mean, not the toenail, but all of a sudden stuff started coming out the top and on the sides and all around the toenail area. And it was so much, it was running down, liquid. It was running down my foot, running down my leg. I thought, what the heck's going on? And I've been soaking in Epsom salts. The other one is still got a lot of pressure under it, so I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of bursts open too. But it's still, I'm having trouble walking and everything. So my point is, wear the shoes that fit you tomorrow. If you can, but occasionally sit down, put your feet up. It'll do you good. Even if it's like you got to peel potatoes, sit down. If you got to butter bread, sit down. If you got to knead bread, sit down. Sit down as much as you can to get a load off those feet and toes. But don't wear anything too short or too narrow in the toe area, because it's a bit of a mess, and it's kind of open through there, so I'm trying not to get an infection, but the Epsom salts are helping. That kind of draws everything out. But anyway, that's my public service announcement for today, for you for Thanksgiving tomorrow. And I'm going to, even if it's midnight, I'm getting this up today. Okay, so here's my items. The first one is the Easy Blur Foundation from Huda. And let me see if I can see the color I got. I got Latte 300N. I like this foundation. Now, it is different from my NARS. My NARS has a glow to it, a light reflecting. This is, I feel like it blurs, but this gives a different look. And it goes on kind of light. You don't think much is going on, but then you start noticing as it dries that kind of the blurring kicks in, I guess. And it looks more finished and more coverage. I like the applicator because it's a little, it's one of those that you can get it a lot out or just a tiny, tiny bit. I find with a lot of foundations that are pump, I can't do a half pump. But this, you can just do a little dot, or you can do a full amount, as much as you need. And I feel like that's going to save me money. I was worried about the color, and it's a little darker than I usually wear, but I think it'll work. I don't know if you can tell. It is late in the day. I don't have the best lighting. But with this camera, it shows up everything, and it doesn't make things look as nice sometimes as it is in person. I feel like this looks better in person than it does probably on camera. I don't know. I haven't really looked at it yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if when I go look at it, if it looks not as good on camera. But in person, I think it looks very good. It looks very finished. As it dries, it looks like almost you have put some powder on. It's nice. I think it's kind of a sophisticated foundation. I know that's the only way I know to describe it, because it just gives a nice, finished, put together look. And I've worn it every day. I wore it all day yesterday on Thanksgiving, and it lasted really well. Okay, the next, and I'm also going to tell y'all about a product that is back from the dead. I promise that. Okay, the next one that I bought, let me make sure it's kind of cleaned off, is that Moonlight. It's that Moonlight palette by Makeup by Mario. I haven't taken this off yet because I haven't needed to, but that works out because it doesn't have a reflection. But here's what it looks like. Y'all, I've got it on today. Let me get up close. This is gorgeous, and man, does it last. I've got this color on the lid. I've got this color in the crease in the outer corner. I've got this beautiful navy. That's a gorgeous navy for lining. I've got it lining my upper lid a little bit and down below, and I kind of stamped it a little bit out in the corner. And I was going to take one of these. Now, this is what he talks about. I fell for the hype. I watched his video that he had on this, and he was like, yes, my shimmers are like the Moonlight, and it's on your skin. You can still see your skin underneath, or you can see the eyeshadow underneath, and it's just so beautiful. It adds to the look of your eye as if moonbeams are touching your, he did all that, and I fell for it. But really, these shimmers right here are gorgeous. I put some of this right here, and it is gorgeous. You don't need any glue. It doesn't come down off the end of the day. And I looked in the mirror before I went to bed, and I was, my toe was bursting, and I had waited on people. I was exhausted. But doggone it, this eyeshadow palette looked terrific. So I am so pleased. It's a beautiful palette, beautiful colors. Again, just stunning. And the last one that I bought is from Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez's color that I guess she had made for her. And it is on my cheeks right now. It's a powder, but it acts like a cream. It goes on easier than my cream blushes do, because I think it's just easier to blend a powder over a cream. Although creams are hard to blend, but it's hard to get the right amount on there and get them to match up. I think it's easier with a powder, but this powder looks like a cream on your eyes, which I like. I still love my cream blushes, especially like the Honey Thief and the one from NARS, and then Selena Gomez also has another one that's a cream. And I love them, but this is very special. It is in the color Cheer, which is the one that she had created for her. Okay, I told you a product had come back from the dead, and it had I think it was the year 2013. A lot of us used, and it seemed like it was one of the first eyeshadow sticks. And it was by Sue Devitt, and it was all the rage. We all bought them. I bought one, a purplish color. I think it was called Ava. And then all of a sudden they were gone. They were like Tiffany blue packaging, and then they were gone. And we never knew what happened to them. We went on to other things. But I Googled her name, and they're back. They're back. Sue Devitt's shadow, different color shadow pencils are back under the Artisan Luxe line. She's got a whole bunch of Sue Devitt products. I know that there were other products that people liked. I bought this one, this color right here. It is the color Entice, and it's the same one that was the purple that she had before in the color, which I think was Ava. This is Entice. It's exactly the same. Here it is. I'll go ahead and put it on my palm. There it is. And that's the one that I always used. So I bought it. Now, let me tell you, this is a little bit different. The shadow pencils now seem to be a little bit different. This one is a bit harder to blend. You have to blend quickly, and then once it's on there, it ain't going anywhere. And I mean, it isn't going anywhere. You can put it underneath your eyes. You can tight line with it, put it in your waterline, put it in your crease, and go ahead and blend it, and then you are done. You have to take it off at night with eye makeup remover because, again, I had been doing something all day long. Like with the Mario shadows, it was a few days before I had put this on. At the end of the day, it was as if I had just put it on. It was amazing. I remember how I always used it was, I used it with a Mary Kay eyeshadow called Moonstone, I believe. I would put that on all over, put this in the crease, take a firm brush and blend it out, and then put it in the outer corner and blend it out, and then put it underneath here, tight line it, waterline, eyeline right here, and it was perfect. But now it is a little bit different from what we're used to now. But if you always liked it, it's got a little smudger on the end. If you always liked the Sue Devitt pencils, they're here. They have come back. So wanted to let you all know about that. I'm very tickled with it. If there's an eyeliner, if I want to use an eyeliner, put an eyeliner like underneath, where everything smudges when I keep squinting my eyes and stuff like that. If I need one to last all day long in the hot melting sun, I'm going to be using this one because I've never seen, and I remember the old one was like that too, that once you put it on, that was it. It is there. So that one's the one that came back from the past. Okay, so that is it. It's pushing 5 o'clock and my light is fading fast. I'm going to try to hurry up and edit this and get it up. Thank you for watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care of your feet. Have a blessed day. Love everyone around you, whether it's friends, family, whatever is your family. I hope that it is a beautiful one for you, those that celebrate Thanksgiving. Thank you. Love you all. Be sure and like and subscribe. It means a whole lot. And, I will talk to you all in a couple of days. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye-bye.